So today on Tips and Tricks, I'm going to show you how to take just a classic insole. This one is Taco brand, and alter it so that you can use it as a custom orthotic. So here's the finished product. I have some little clips and pictures of what I did throughout the process, but I'll explain it first. I'll go through it first. First thing I did is I took a last. This is the last I used, I built up for the customer. I took a last that's half a size smaller, and I took an insole that's 2 sizes bigger. And what I did is I took it apart. Now you can see this cardboard, it's heat activated. So I warmed it up after I've taken the thing apart, and I wrapped it onto the last and nailed it. And then I put it in my press. Press is really, really handy when you're a custom shoemaker. I use it for everything, and it makes a huge difference. You know, when you're wrapping your lasts with bandage, it takes so much longer, and you know, this really keeps things moving. So it's an investment, but I would recommend that you get one or build one if you're savvy like that. So what I did is I warmed it up, I put it on the last. You can see this is flat to begin with, and then I was able to put quite a curve into it. So that was the first thing I did. Tacked it on, warmed it up, tacked it on, put it in the press, nailed it on, let it sit for maybe an hour, took it off, took all the nails out. Then I took a piece of pigskin, you can use anything that's pretty thin, and I put a layer of polyurethane glue on it and then wet it, which activates the glue. Nailed it back, like put the leather on top of it, nailed it back on. You have to be careful with this stuff. It is a mess. It's really toxic. It'll get all over your hands. This is not good. So I nailed it back on, and I put it back into the press and left it for 24 hours. Then it sets, and it is like rock hard. I'll often use it when I'm making a high heel, and I'll put it between the 2 layers of the insole with the shank, and it's, you know, when you I don't have a lot of access to a lot of materials, so it really helps. You can also use it as a toe and heel counter, but it's tricky because you have to make sure you kind of get the same amount and it's controlled. Otherwise, it'll, you know, mess the whole thing up. So I guess we'll get to it. I'll show you how I did it. Here's the customer's tracing, measurements, and pedograph. So here's the insole tacked onto the last after I've warmed it up. See, it's quite a bit bigger than the last. And then this is the polyurethane glue that I use. Put it together, tack it back on, put it in the press, and then I let it sit for a day. Once it's done, see, I've taken it off, it's holding its shape really well. Clean it up a bit and glue that leather piece back on. Now in there I've got some padding and some cork and different things to help with the insole. That's it.